Okay, so here we go. Part 2 of Notes 1-3. Okay, still solving equations. So I'm looking. Again, it's a quadratic. There's no GCF, so I'm going to go into factor mode. 1 times 2 is 2, and 2 and 1 are the only multiples. So we're going to add them. And 2 plus 1, did I do that right? 2 plus 1 is never going to be 4. Okay, so this is not factorable. What else do I have to solve quadratics? I could graph it, but then I'd have to go get a sheet of graph paper. So I'm going to go with the quadratic formula, which says x is equal to plus or minus the square root, plus or minus, is that right? No, it's b x equals b squared plus or minus the opposite of b. There we go. Plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ab ac all over 2a. Okay, sorry about the little song there and the confusion. So the opposite of b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac divided by 2a. A is 1, b is 4, c is 2. So we do the opposite of 4 plus or minus the square root, 4 squared minus 4 times 1, and then c was 2, divided by 2 times 1. Okay, so I'm going to deal with this first. 4 squared is 16. 4 times 1 times 2 is 8, so 16 minus 8 is 8. So it's going to be the opposite of 4 plus or minus the square root of 8 over 2. Okay, let's see. 8 will factor into 4 times 2, so I can rewrite that as negative 4 plus or minus 2 times the square root of 2 all over 2. And since all of these are divisible by 2, we can simplify once more. Negative 2 plus or minus the square root of 2. There's our answer. That was fun. Okay, let's try another one. 9x squared minus 20 equals 0. No GCF. That's a perfect square, but 20 is not. Okay. But we could do isolating the variable. We could say that 9x squared equals 20, which means x squared equals 20 divided by 9, which means that x equals plus or minus, because x squared could be 2 positives or 2 negatives to get a positive answer, plus or minus the square root of 20 over 9, which means x equals plus or minus the square root. We'll break it apart. 20 can actually be written as 2 square roots of 5, and the square root of 9 is 3. All right.